I mean, if you ask who is going to be the big loser in global climate change, there's obviously a bunch of little countries that are going to go underwater. So there's several island nations that are nearly underwater now. Some of them have actually abandoned their islands recently because they're not viable anymore. There's countries like Bangladesh that Bob Grossman, for example, knows a lot about. That country's got a lot of land below sea level. So these are obvious countries, but you don't have to raise sea level very much to start threatening the United States in a really serious manner. You know, you melt 15 feet of water into the oceans, which is perfectly possible to do in a modest time scale. You're going to lose Florida, you're going to lose parts of Texas, you're going to lose significant cities on the West Coast and the East Coast. So these are not, small problems. You have to think that the United States is usually two large islands. Most of Earth history, the United States consists above water of the Rocky Mountain area and the Appalachians, and the rest of the country is underwater. Kansas is normally the seafloor. Now, it's pretty hard to get Kansas back underwater. You need a couple hundred feet of water. You need to melt all the ice caps, which take quite a while. But there are parts of the ice caps that you could possibly melt fairly shortly that would flood most of Florida and these other low-lying areas. And so you start trying to build dikes around most of the United States, you just can't do that. So it's very nice that the United States is creating all this pollution and resisting doing anything about it. But the United States is likely to be a big sufferer from this, one of the biggest sufferers in the world. And there are other countries, for example, Canada might be quite happy with this warming climate. It'd be easier to live there. The Soviet Union or Russia might be much happier with that because it would be much warmer in parts of Russia. So there are, this rope example is not a hypothetical example. There are people who would be winners and there are people who would be losers. And the United States is set up to be a really big loser in this.